Welcome to episode 95 of the Family Geekery Podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Amber.
And I'm Danny.
And, I heard recently that you're supposed to tell your audience what your podcast is about, like early on in the podcast. And we never do. We're just like, hey, I'm Chris, I'm Amber, I'm Danny. Now we're going to just start talking about stuff. You have no idea what you're buckling up for. So if you didn't read the description of the podcast before you click
see our
play,
name of it.
Yeah. So we are
a Family Geekery.
Family Geekery. You're a podcast about geeks, geeky things from a family of geeky things. I don't know.
Yeah.
We need to work on that.
No, that sounded good.
All right.
We're only on episode 95.
A podcast for geeks from a family of geeks. I think I've got a sticker that says that.
I liked the
welcome.
first thing you said better, but okay.
All right. If you came here looking for recipe ideas, then Family Geekery is not the place, probably.
Or last meals. Inside joke.
Today, episode 95, we're going to be talking about the 2024 kickoff for us of King's Dominion.
Yahoo!
Because we usually talk about video games and comic books, that kind of stuff. But we're also a huge family of theme park enthusiasts. And King's Dominion is not too far away. And we've all been this year. We kicked it off. And that's what we're going to talk about.
Well, technically, you and I started 2024 at King's Dominion. So
that's true.
This was not quite our 2024 kickoff, but
we were there.
Their season 2024 kickoff, I suppose.
Yes. The season is officially in full bloom. Although none of our flowers are blooming because it's still freaking cold around here.
True.
Happy Eclipse Day.
Happy Eclipse Day.
Oh, yeah.
A podcast is perfect for people who went outside to look at the eclipse and forgot to use their glasses and are temporarily blinded. Because you can still hear us.
I used my glasses.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't see it because I
saw
didn't
some people
have
walking
glasses.
outside, looking up and like, doesn't look like an eclipse to me. I'm like, oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I even shut the curtains so that my cats couldn't see.
Aww.
They were really sad because they like sitting up on the couch next to the windows, but I shut the curtains so they couldn't blind themselves.
My whole campus was outside. It was magical.
Nice.
A shared experience.
Yep.
I did see a lunar eclipse, which is a lot more rare, I think. I forget. I took the first intro to astronomy and do not remember any of it, so.
I don't remember any of that. You can show me a picture, I still won't understand.
Took it as a fourth year. I do know that eclipses can only happen on new or full moons. So. It was a new moon today.
See, now everybody's learned something.
Yeah, that's not what you're here for. You're not here to learn
a little bit
intro to astronomy
now.
From somebody who took it as a fourth year ready to get out of college. But it's
I hope there's nobody tuning in to episode 95 as their first experience with Family Geekery and like, what are they? This is the Eclipse podcast. We have one episode every 20 years. But before we get into our main topic, what do we got to do?
Geeky Weeks.
That's right. If you are a first-time listener, then you will understand that Geeky Weeks means we're going to all talk about things that we did this week and share our experiences as far as shows, games, whatever, that kind of stuff that we did, watched, enjoyed. And who's going to kick it off this week?
I can start.
All right.
So I'm still playing Fire Emblem Three Houses. Been playing the heck out of that game. I've logged something like 40 hours in it, which is a lot. And so I found my my 3DS where I was playing Fire Emblem Fates. And I saw that I was on like chapter 19 and was like 25 hours in. But I'm on like chapter 10 of this and I'm 40 hours in. So it's a long game. But it's a good one. And I also watched Wonka. Saw that on the streaming services, wherever it was.
Nice.
And yeah, it was really good. I was pleasantly surprised by how good it was. It was quite cute. And I also went and rewatched the first X-Men movie because I wanted more X-Men after watching this week's episode of X-Men 97.
Could
Did
ever
you
have
guys
enough
watch
yet,
X-Men 97 this week?
Haven't seen
No.
this week's yet.
Well, stay tuned because there's a one-line reference to Dazzler. That's all I need to keep watching.
Is this the episode with MODOK in it?
Not his the big
Or
big
Mojo?
weird
Mojo.
Mojo.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I only know him from Contest of Champions.
He's a weird looking guy.
He is. He's like a game show type personality,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah. It's
Cool.
a good
I'll
episode.
have to check that out.
And
Mojo, MODOK, they're all the same.
they all got weird names.
Just big heads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's it for me.
Nice. How about you, Danny?
Well, I watched like the first half of Spider-Man Homecoming with my friends because I made a new friend and she's a big Marvel lover, so we had a movie day.
Nice.
And you only
We
watched half?
Yeah, because I had to go to work.
Oh.
Work ruining geeky moments.
Yeah. Get your priorities straight, girl.
Yeah. But other than that, Dad and I went to a comic book store over the weekend. And that was cool. I didn't get anything. I don't remember if you got anything, but it's just a cute little store near my school. So.
Yeah. Not my favorite.
Well then.
Don't name drop.
To say that. Yeah.
I like the game store that's over there. If
Luckily,
it's
there's several
near.
near your school, so if anybody tries to figure it out.
Track them down.
Yeah.
Well, you did get a little packet of.
I did buy it. Yeah. I bought a 4-pack mystery pack thing. It was
Yeah.
good. It was worth the $4 I paid on it. But I like the people in there. Super nice, always engaging.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a very impressive store.
Yeah.
But who cares? Says the guy that doesn't have a store of his own, so
You might as
that.
well.
Yeah.
The everything store. Cool. Anything else? Still playing
No.
that fork knife game that you kids are playing these days.
Every now and then, it's Greek mythology themed right now, so it's pretty cool.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I watched a new show called Ark, the animated series. Have you seen that?
Like the game?
Like the game, yeah.
Really?
It's got a pretty neat concept. Like this lady wakes up in the middle of the ocean, swims to an island, and she finds out that on that island there's dinosaurs and then a bunch of other people. And those bunch of other people also got there some mysterious way, but they're all from different time periods.
Oh. Wait, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's
What
on
are you
Paramount.
watching it on?
Paramount Plus. So that's pretty cool. I've also been watching American Rust, which is kind of a crime drama type show. Pretty good so far. As far as games go, I've got some exciting news. One, I played a game that's been on my list for a long time, and it's one of those embarrassing. I'm trying to get it off the embarrassing list because
Embarrassing that you haven't played it?
yeah, when you've been a gamer as long as I have, there's like certain games that people say, "Oh, when I had such and such console, I played this game a lot," and it's like an iconic game for that console. And there's several of those that I haven't played because, well, I guess the problem is I've probably had too many consoles over the years.
Mm-hmm.
So you just can't play them all. and it's also another one of those situations where it's right in that time frame of, I wasn't playing a lot of this type of game. And what I'm talking about is a Game Boy Advance game,
Oh,
which, again, the Game Boy Advance, a small, cute little handheld system from Nintendo that, for the most of its life, it was something that I'd let you guys play on, right? Hand it to you in a road trip situation, let you play some games, whether you remember it or not.
I don't remember
But
it. I wasn't
the,
conscious until a DS.
okay, but
Not
the
even the
game I'm
OG
talking
DS,
about,
I guess.
the game I'm talking about is called Advance Wars. Have you guys ever heard of that?
No.
No.
So it's basically a turn-based strategy
So it's
battle
Fire
game.
Emblem.
Probably. It's probably like that. It's similar to probably how the combat is in like Baldur's Gate 3 and
Mm.
all that type of turn-based thing. I've played several of those types of games over the years. Move your men, get them close enough to attack, and that kind of stuff. And this is supposed to be like the epitome of that genre. And it's good. It's a good game. I'm only working my way through the tutorial right now. So I'm learning the different types of units and the different types of attacks and strategies. And it's very good. So I like that. And then I got a new game on Steam. Been playing it on the Steam Deck. Have you guys heard of Deep Rock Galactic Survivor?
No, can't say I have. That's
Okay.
too many words for me.
So there's a game called Deep Rock Galactic, and I don't even know what type of game that is. I know it's pretty popular, but Deep Rock Galactic Survivor is a survivor game
Like
in
a
that world.
Survivor IO type thing.
Yeah, like
Okay.
Vampire Survivor.
Vampire, yeah.
So imagine you're a space miner, right? You land on some asteroid or something, and you're mining. You're a miner. So the dwarf is the first type of character that you start off with, and you're doing a survivor type game. But probably the biggest play style difference is the levels are destructible, meaning you can mine through rocks on the level to kind of create paths to different areas and create little bottlenecks for the people that are following you.
Hmm.
So you got that going on. As you're mining, there's several different things you can mine besides just rock. There's gold, which is going to let you upgrade things in between levels. There's if you need health, then there's, I think it's called red sugar, because apparently in this world the diabetes doesn't exist. Sugar is the way that you heal yourself. And then there's a bunch of different, I don't know, maybe half a dozen or 8 or 9 different ores or gems or whatever they are that you can mine along the way. And as you pick those, that leads to upgrades in between levels. So maybe if you're mining the orange one, you find an orange one and you're mining that. Then when you complete your game, you can use that to upgrade like your attack or something. So it's pretty good. The all of the games that I've tried so far are like 5 levels. So you've got like 5 missions and you have to complete all 5 to complete it. Instead of just being like 10 minutes long, you're doing 5, and you're after the first one you hit a boss, after the second one you hit a boss that's a little bit worse, and the bosses get worse and worse. And the last one is just like all out mayhem, the 5th one.
Wow.
And if you complete that, then woohoo, you win, and you go and upgrade your stuff, and then you start over with a different class or a different strategy or something. But I'm going to tell you, it's one of those play a game and you immediately want to play another game because you didn't quite make it far enough. It was probably 10 or so games that I played, maybe even more, before I finished a mission, before I got through all
Wow.
5. So it's quite challenging. But you got different classes, I guess, for lack of a better term, and then those different classes have different specialties and different types of weapons, and it's definitely worth it. I guess it's on sale. I think the normal price is $10, and it's on sale for $8. Definitely worth that, and it's a great game to play on a Steam Deck. So
Nice.
check that out if you like Survivor type games. I give it 2 thumbs up.
Sounds like it's got some interesting mechanics that I haven't seen in other games.
It does. It does. It's pretty engaging. I'm still learning too. I've unlocked 4 classes of the dwarf, which is pretty cool because they have little voiceovers as you're going, and the dwarf says very stereotypical dwarf things. Like if there was real dwarves, they'd be pretty much offended by what they're saying. But I've only used 2, like scout, I think, and then gunner. But then there's an engineer and there's something else.
Do they say diggy diggy hole?
No,
No.
and they don't whistle while they work.
Aw.
But yeah, definitely worth checking out. And that's
Cool.
about it for Geeky Weeks.
Nice.
We made it through. We'll see you in episode 96. No, let's talk about King's Dominion. Not going to be a long episode. We're just going to kind of talk about our experiences so far and things that we're looking forward to, things that may have changed. Not a whole lot's changed, but let's just talk about our experience so far. Starting off with, let's see, who went there first? Danny. No, me.
Mm-mm.
I went there for the preview, right? We talked about that last week, I think. I mentioned that last week. That I went there for the pass holder preview, but just for a short amount of time. And then you went with your friend, right, Danny?
Yeah, I went last weekend.
All right. What kind of things did you do?
Well, it was busy. It was Easter weekend. A lot of kids. Just a busy Saturday. Everyone hanging out before the Easter Sunday. So it was pretty busy, but it wasn't horrible. I went with my roommate and we kind of just scoped it out. We both have passes, so we know we don't have to like hit everything up because we can always come back. But we rode a few rides, Tumbili and Dominator. Those lines weren't too long. Most of the rides had really long lines. So we kind of just walked around. We played some games. She gambled with the bottle ring toss. I was like, that's not going to work. And she was like, I'm going to do it anyways. She didn't win. That's okay. And then we did like the guess your age and weight, and I got a little stuffed animal.
Nice.
But yeah, and we got some food. That's really it.
Those bottles, I saw those yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
They are not very close together. Like, it looks like about, if you were to look at any normal midweight game type bottle, throw the ring on it, it looked like there's about 25% of the normal amount of bottles. Like, the density is very low.
Oof.
Yeah.
And I heard them yelling yesterday at somebody for leaning. Like, you can lean all you want, unless you can reach it and put it on there, it's not going to
No.
help you. The thing's
Yeah.
going to clink around, and it's
Yeah.
going to fall to the ground. But every now and then you get lucky. I see people walking through that park
Yeah.
with big stuffed animals
Big
all day long,
hamsters. Big hamsters.
all the time.
I saw a giant Sonic. Someone
And-
had like 2 small Sonics and a giant Sonic.
Yeah. And everybody's got a basketball.
Yeah, and that makes you think like, oh, if they can do it, like I can go do it. Then you go waste your money.
I bet you they pay someone like $5 just to walk around with a big animal all day.
Maybe.
Why would you even want that? Like, then you need to like leave it somewhere, but then it's probably gonna get stolen unless you don't have somebody in your party that like is the designated holder.
That's right.
Right.
This is Family Geekery's anti-gambling message. It's not worth it. Unless you cheat. Cheating is acceptable.
If you get something out of it.
Now, I can do that guess your weight game every single time. I can win that every single time. But then you look at the prize. Is it worth the, what is it, $5 or something?
$10.
Yeah. Oh, it's
$10.
$10?
So you look at the prizes and you're like, is it worth $10 to walk away with one of those? And the answer is always no, but it's still fun to do.
It's an experience. I got a cute little chubby piggy that I could
Yeah.
probably get at Five Below.
Right.
Yeah, they always seem to have like the worst prizes at that one, since they probably bet on, not offending people and whatnot, or letting them win or whatever. So they probably bet on losing that game most often. So they put the worst prizes there, because they have like Squishmallows at like most of the booths, and like
Mm-hmm.
Mario toys and Pokemon toys, like things that people actually want at the harder stations.
Right. I feel bad for the people who pick the birthday option, pick my birth month, because
Mm.
that is not do your math, people. That is not the smart
It's
option
like-
in that thing.
Within 2 months, it's like,
Yeah.
Right. That's 5
If-
months out of 12. Right? Because it's your birth month or 2 on either side.
Oh, it's 2 on either side?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's 5 months out of 12. People, don't do it. I watch people, dumb people, all the time go up there and do that and lose.
Yep.
So do the weight one
Yeah.
and carry a couple like rolls of quarters in your socks or something.
I actually
Not-
tried that.
Not to beat someone with. That's what you normally do with a roll of quarters in a sock. You usually beat someone up with it. Not that we condone that either.
Well, I thought they were gonna lowball me, so I put all my phone and my friend's wallet and her phone in my pockets, maybe gained like a pound or something. And then they highballed me, but I still won, so
Nice. Cool. Yeah, those midway games, fun to watch people throw their money away on, but I don't know. I've never been a fan.
the ones that really make me like what is like the ones where it's like, oh, you need 2 players at least. The prize is
Yeah.
guaranteed, but each player is $15
Right. Yeah.
because you're going against each other. So either way, someone's gonna win.
Like
But you
the
both-
water shooting race thing,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
they charge, they have the cutest things there. They have the little Squishmallows, but it's
Mhm.
$12 a person, and it's $24 for a 6-inch Squishmallow that you get at Five Below for $5.
I guess it's
And I
good
saw
for
it was
kids.
like trade 2 small ones for a big one. So then it's $48 for a big Squishmallow. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to play that game, because that's an enjoyable game, just play it at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You haven't been to Chuck E. Cheese for a while, have you? It's probably $48 to play that game. They got rid of their tokens. Got the stupid cards.
Card swipes.
Oof.
Yeah. Just to fool people into thinking they're getting a good deal.
Nope.
King's Dominion has to make their money somehow. Overpriced food and that, because the ticket prices for the season prices pretty much a steal.
Yep.
Last
Good
chance.
deal. So
Not sponsored.
for anyone that's not familiar, any listener that's not familiar with King's Dominion, it's part of the Cedar Fair family. They have a lot of theme parks, and it is seasonal. For 1 year, it was year round, but that didn't go too well, I guess, for them. So it's seasonal, and it's open right. The season is just now opening, so it'll get busier as the summer gets closer and closer. It's got a water park in there that is not water parking right now because it's just too cold for that. I think they had the log flume
Yeah.
Log Flume
yesterday.
is open.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not open every day, but it was open yesterday. But the River Rapids was not open yet because I think on that one they pretty much guarantee you're going to get wet, and it's
Oh,
still
100%.
too cold for that. So that's why we're talking about a kickoff. The season is starting. If you're someone from Florida whose theme parks are open year round, then
Consider
hope
yourself lucky.
hope that makes more sense to you. So how about you, Amber?
I went on a couple of rides also, then did some walking around. I rode the Dominator first, which is always one of my favorites. And the Tumbili I went on. And when I went on, there was a little group of little kids. I don't know how they were tall enough to ride that ride. I don't know what the height, requirement is for that one, but they had to be like 7 years old at the max.
Wow.
Like they were young.
Great parents.
And some of the kids I think had ridden it before, but there was this one boy who was terrified. And so I was there with my friend, and so it seats 2 people, and then across from them 2 other people. So like they have 2 of these little tumbling things going at once. And so it was my friend and I and these 2 kids. And I played a little prank, like right when we started going up, I screamed really loud.
Like
I
always.
do before any of the fun happened. And the little boy he had his eyes closed the whole time. And we get off, and his friend's there, and he's like, you did it. And we're like, yeah, you survived, you did it. He's crying, trying to look very strong, trying to look like he isn't crying. And we get off, and his family's waiting for them. He's like, how was it? How was your first big boy roller coaster? And I'm like, first big boy roller coaster? The Tumbili?
Great choice for a first timer.
Like, what? Like, the Dominator has some loopy loops, but that's like a good roller coaster. Like, no judgment. Go big or go home. I was just surprised that was that kid's first big boy roller coaster, and he did it. He survived. I don't know when the next time he's gonna go on that is. I think he said he's never going on it again. But it was so funny to see that kid like that. But oh my goodness.
The parents saw the smallest big ride and said, "Oh, that's a good start."
I guess so.
Not the flipping in 360s 7 times.
But I will say that kid didn't chicken out. And then later, when I went on the Flight of Fear, there was a group of, I don't know, like teenage girls, and 2 of them chickened out. And so I'm like, well, that 7-year-old went on the Tumbili, and they can't get on the Flight of Fear? Well, I don't know about that one. The Flight of Fear is pretty good. It's pretty tame also, so.
It starts off pretty crazy.
Yeah, the launch is what gets you.
It's got a good launch, and it goes right into like a bunch of loops and stuff.
Yeah.
And twists. Funny story real quick about the Flight of Fear. I was in there before you guys got there, and I was standing in my row, and there was a father standing in the row to the left of me, or behind me if you're looking at the car, and then his 2 daughters were standing in the row in front of me. So we're all waiting for the next car to come on, and after watching 2 or 3 cars come and go, the daughter yells over to her dad, who's right behind me, and says, "Where are the people?" Because the cars are coming back empty. She's like, "Where are the people?" And dad does what dads do and say, I don't think they're making it. And she's smart enough to know that that's not the right answer. So you can see it in her face. She's trying to figure this out. Like, what is happening to the people? Where are they going? Because she's like, they must let them off before the car comes back. But then she looks over, and from where we're standing at the load in, there is an exit. There's an exit door right there. So if there's a ride breaks or something like that, and the last time your mom and I were there, the ride broke, and they walked us all out. So there's an exit right there. And she's like, "But that's the exit. Where are the people?" They're not. There's no one going out that exit. And of course, this year, I don't know if you noticed, but they did some kind of improvements to the overlay as far as like the theming, the aliens, and they did a little touch up for it. And I guess they redid the voiceover that's happening as you're waiting, and the voiceover outside is pretty good because it's all like military base announcements, like Group 16, can you please report to
But what do
such
you
and
mean the
such?
voiceover outside?
Like when you're waiting outside the queue,
I
you
didn't
didn't have
hear
to
any
wait
of that.
outside
Oh,
the
they had
queue.
it playing outside. Okay.
Yeah, so that that part of the queue that's underneath the canopy,
Yeah.
which is luckily right now not needed. But there's like constant voiceover recordings of like there's been any people that have heard of an alien capture, just disregard that. That kind of announcements going on. But inside they have like an alien saying, um,
You think
you know,
you're studying us, but why are you the one trapped inside the car?
right, yeah. So that kind of stuff's going on. She's seeing these cars come back with 0 people. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah, when I went on it, they had a good um, launch guy, I guess is what you call him. Because that one, obviously, if you've never ridden it before, you're like not expecting it to go so fast when when you get on. But he was like, he hit some people with, ready? All right, enjoy your flight. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, what happened? And then he launched it. So, I mean, the people who go are probably people who have been on it a billion times and know what's coming, but it's still fun to hear the workers kind of joking around like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard mixed criticisms about that. How some half the people love it when they surprise you that, and half the people are like, that's dangerous. Well, there's only they only say over and over again, keep your head back and your head straight and head to the back of the
Right.
backrest when you
Right.
launch. And there's a big sign right in front of you that says the same exact thing. So if you're paying attention, you should be
And
ready
they
for
have
any type of
yeah,
launch.
and they have the people who say like okay, and then everybody has the thumbs up.
Yeah,
Like,
all
there's not
good.
anything happening,
Yeah.
but I understand that criticism, I guess.
And if you're in line, you've seen 3 cars launching before you, so
Right.
you know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But
But yeah,
I
I'm all
did
for
go
the surprise.
yeah, same. I did also go on the log flume. I had my rain jacket with me because it's got zipper pockets that I didn't have to like bring a purse or leave my phone anywhere. So the log flume was nice. I don't think I've been on it in a while, so it was nice to just get on it. Got minimally wet. Socks were safe, so that was good.
You
That's
didn't
the only
spook your
thing that
socks.
worries me. Don't want to have wet socks to walk to the exit.
Did you save that to the end just in case?
I did. That was the last thing I did.
That's a smart decision.
It was a walk on.
That yeah, a lot of stuff
A
was a
lot of
walk
things
on.
were, yeah, we went on a very not busy day.
Wasn't too busy. I like that. Now it's again, since it's seasonal, it's not fully open yet. Like it's not fully staffed. Not everything is open. Not everything is fully staffed. So a lot of I think the what's the toboggan ride again? I always forget the name of it. Reptilian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is
The
that the one? Yeah.
Yeah, the Reptilian actually had a sign out this time because I rode it the first time I went, but I didn't ride it this time. Actually had a sign that said, "Sorry for the inconvenience. We're only running one train." And if you're
Oh.
only running one train, that line, even though it doesn't look very long, that line would take a long time.
Oof.
Yeah.
So
When I went, the Reptilian probably had one of the longest wait times, probably because that's really popular kids ride.
yeah, I like that ride.
Yeah, that should have been his first big boy roller coaster.
Yeah, the Dominator. Have you ever waited very long for that? Like, what's the longest you've ever waited for the Dominator?
Probably when I went last. I waited like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
For me,
that's
it's always I walk straight into the loading area and I might have to wait like 3 or 4 cars, but I'm always like right there.
that's a pretty good people eater. It goes through people pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I was watching you guys ride and they weren't even full.
Yeah.
Like the aisles weren't even full for you guys.
It holds a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think they had two trains going yesterday when you went, Amber.
Oh.
think I got a
Good.
picture of you. Not a very good one.
Oh,
You guys are going so fast; it's hard to get a good picture of that one.
we got the picture on the ride. It was funny.
The first big loop. So you got the
Yeah.
climb, and then you have the twist loop. The first big loop is right over the waiting chairs, the benches, and there's
mhm.
no net or anything in between you
Really?
and the people sitting there.
Yeah.
That could be
Whoosh.
pretty dangerous.
That's why they don't want your phone out.
Yeah.
'Cause it could hit someone.
Cool. What else? Anything else, Amber?
Trying to remember.
Eat any food?
Had some pizza. The breadsticks are really good. I was surprised. I did say even bad pizza is good pizza, but I didn't even think it was bad pizza. It was okay pizza and good breadsticks. So
You-
shout out Victoria's.
You got to try that piadilla.
The piadilla?
Yeah,
Papadilla.
good. It's like a well-made hot pocket, pizza hot pocket.
Okay.
It's yummy. It's good.
Where's that one at?
It's right there. That's
Oh,
one of the
okay.
choices. Yeah. I saw a dad carrying a pizza over to his family, and it just made me like cringe because if you looked at the menu board, the pizza, which comes with 4 breadsticks, so 1 pizza, 4 breadsticks, it's like $58.99,
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
and that's before you buy a
The
family of
drinks
4
and-
drinks, which are probably $7-8 each.
Wow.
So if you're going to go more than once for the year, get the meal plan. It'll pay for itself.
I'm lucky I have a dad who can give me his meal plan swipes.
Right. That's the kind of dad I am.
Shares his swipes.
Yeah, it worked out good. I went in a little early, had my first swipe with my lunch, and then 4 hours later, you had my next swipe.
Yeah. I saw they were advertising a 90-minute food plan.
That's if
Ooh.
you buy it per day.
Oh.
So I think it's like $35, and you just get the meal plan for that day,
Okay.
which
Seems like
if
a
you-
good deal if you're only
if
going
you
for one
didn't
day.
if you didn't need
It's like a slice of
Unlimited.
pizza and 2 breadsticks is $16.99 or something.
right.
So if you're going for a day, get the food plan.
Yeah, you get a meal every 90 minutes, and I think you get 1 snack.
One snack for free, yeah.
Whoa.
Probably
Which is
doesn't
like-
include like the Auntie Anne's, but it includes their other regular pretzels and stuff.
There's like a $9 pretzel or something.
Yeah.
And don't even get me started on the drink plan. That poor person in front of us was going to pay $10 for an icy.
Oh my gosh, I swear.
What?
$10.
And then we
That's
finished-
for the small icy.
What? I got it for
She
$5.
walked away.
I
You
got
got
mine.
it for $5.
Yeah, there's a near the back lot or stunt coaster
That's where we
and
were.
the Intimidator. There's a
Oh, never mind.
icy. There's an icy station, and you go up and you pay $5. You get a little cup, and no one's stopping me from refilling it. So
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of, like we eat our icy and then we're walking back and the cashier's kind of in a blind spot. He can't actually see around
Right.
the wall that the icy's at.
exactly.
And then we walk past and he wasn't even there.
No,
Yeah.
he-
And then we see him running back. So I don't know if he went to run off an icy thief or something, but he left his post unattended.
yeah, it's pretty easy to just go up there and refill.
Yeah.
But I got some boardwalk fries, which I've been hesitant
Ooh.
to try because $10 for fries is a little much. But I got the large for $12 and shared it with my roommate, and they were good. Not
I
soggy.
remember.
They were hot. Got some cheese with it, which was $4, but it's
Ooh.
okay.
Oh.
It's okay. It's just like a little nacho cheese thing.
You need the snack plan just for your cheese and fries.
I do. But it was really good. So I'd
That is
say
one thing I
it's
remember.
worth.
Yeah. I remember that from my middle school choir field trip. I got treated myself to some boardwalk fries at the end of the day.
Nice.
They were good. I bet
They
they're
are
still good.
good.
That's one thing Kings Dominion knows how to do right.
They used to have the Chick-fil-A there. That used to be the
Yeah.
best deal.
But now that's what, a Sweet Frog, or is that the
I think
Firehouse
that's
now?
the Firehouse, I think.
Yeah. They probably didn't make enough money during COVID, so they took the store away.
It's been gone for a while.
Oh.
But not all the restaurants are open either. There's a couple restaurants that I haven't tried yet because they weren't open during the the Christmas
Winter.
and Halloween season that we went to. So it'll be interesting to see what they put into those stores. And there is a water park in this one, and like I
Soap
said,
City.
it's not open yet. So I'm looking forward to that.
We went a couple years ago, just like as a one-off, I thought.
Yeah,
Well,
but
we
I
had passes.
Oh, we had
I think
passes? We just
a
only went
year or
once?
two ago, didn't they expand it? And I don't think we've been there since they expanded it.
I didn't know they expanded it. I know they
Yeah.
took down that death trap of a ride that we went
Oh my
on from the
god.
water, the funnel.
I only get to do that once. I always wanted to do it, but before you guys were old enough to go on it, they didn't let single riders go on it
Oh.
because it's a double thing. And even though I probably classify as two normal people.
I remember we rode it, all three of us,
Yeah.
and we almost flipped over.
Yeah, no wonder it's closed.
Yeah. There could have been some engineering tweaks to that thing. Because people were falling. The diameter of that thing must be 20, 30 feet. And people are going from the top to the bottom
Yeah.
full speed.
Yeah.
And I know that's gotta hurt. Like sliding on that metal,
Ugh.
hot metal.
But it's no longer there.
Nope.
It's okay.
Yeah, good riddance.
I think part of Intimidator is there.
No, I think it was still there when Intimidator was there.
Was
they
it?
coexisted
Okay,
for a little bit, close. I think.
I
Because you could see it from behind Racer 75. Like that's kind of where it was.
Okay. Yeah, because you walk underneath Racer 75 to get to the other part of the park.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's right. I went on a little KD history rabbit hole the other day because the old line safari that they used to have there, and some of the stands for like where the line safari would start are still there, and they're used as different buildings now.
What do you mean lion safari?
So in the 70s, there was a drive-through safari that you'd pay whatever $6 or whatever, and you drive, and there's lions and zebras and all kinds of stuff that walk right up to your car.
What?
Wow.
And eventually they did a monorail. I think that's a little safer than driving your own car.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a monorail that went around the whole area. And that's kind of neat. So
wow.
Imagine my disgust learning that there's a monorail in that park that no longer exists.
Oh no.
There were sky buckets there, and the sky buckets basically just went the full length of the, if you want to call it the midway, the Candy Apple Grove area. So that long straightaway, that was all had sky buckets over it. So there's a lot of neat stuff about that park that doesn't exist anymore, but that's part of progress, I guess.
I think the Richmond Zoo has sky buckets, but at least it did 15 years ago the last time I went.
Nice.
So
I haven't been on a good sky bucket in a while, except for those ginormous ones that they have at Disney.
Those are cool.
Yeah. Not super sky buckety, but gondola-esque.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Anything else, Amber?
Not that I remember. Had a good time. Enjoyed myself. The
Yeah.
Grizzly, I don't think, was running, so I didn't go on it.
Oh, it wasn't?
I don't know. I didn't walk that far. I was pleased to find that the Grizzly gift shop was open because they closed that off during Christmas time to be whatever.
Oh, it was the Santa, pictures with
Yeah.
Santa.
Yeah, but they did have some Christmas decorations in there,
I
like in
saw
this
that.
little like small back area. I was like, why is there Coca-Cola and Christmas decorations? And they weren't even like clearanced. Like,
Yeah.
at least from what I saw, they were just there, full price Christmas ornaments.
Because now they're vintage.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so before you got there, I went on a couple rides. I rode the Blue Ridge Tollway since it was very short line, and that line can get pretty long, and that can take a while. So I did that. I rode the Flight of Fear before you got there. The Backlot Stunt Coaster, did that.
Oh yeah,
And then I
I
did
did
that
that one for
again
the first time in years.
once you got there. And then we all did the Boo Blasters of Boo Hill.
Also, I did that for the first time in years.
Yeah,
I got the highest score in our
you
car.
did. You
Ooh.
creamed us all.
I think because we were stopped a little bit longer than we should have been, I think, in one of the rooms.
Yeah,
So I got a good 700 points above the like highest ranking.
yeah, you did good.
Yeah.
But you see what I mean about the laser being shaky on that thing?
Yeah. And it was like I would see your laser and my laser, and we're both just sitting there shaking it at the like target. Like, why is it not going? And then you're like, oh, that one's not working, I guess. Let me go to this other one.
Yeah. Fun little ride. One
Yeah.
little jump scare in it. I appreciate that.
What was the jump scare?
Towards the end, there's like a skeleton that jumps out.
Oh,
Makes a loud noise.
nice.
Good stuff. Yep. And I had the nachos. That's always a safe bet.
Did they load you up on meat?
They did a scoop and a half. They didn't do the
Ooh,
full 3 scooper
not
like we
full
did before.
3 scoop
What?
with some chips
But-
on the side of our meat.
Here's my only criticism. King's Dominion, if you're listening, this is an easy fix. You got a plug-in warmer pot of queso at the very end. Move that in between the meats and the toppings. I don't want queso on top of my sour cream and you know,
Ooh.
tomatoes and all that stuff. On top of lettuce. You don't want queso on top of lettuce. You want the queso down and then put the toppings on top. Much for much nicer presentation too.
Yeah. But it's a good amount of food, though.
Yeah, it was. It's very filling. But yeah, so that's our report for the opening week. We'll be talking about King's Dominion more.
Yep.
Since we all got
Sure we'll go.
season passes.
Again.
Yep, and as more things
I just
open
need
up,
it to be open for week round and not just the weekends.
yeah, that won't be long. But anything else, girls?
Nope.
Don't think so. I hope that kid grows up to be a big roller coaster lover. It's okay. Tumbili is not representative of all the other coasters. You can do it. You did it.
I love Tumbili.
I know. Tumbili's so good.
Yeah, and it takes up like no space. That's a
Mhm.
brilliant design.
Yeah.
They need like 3 more so that the line goes by faster.
That you walked right on that one, didn't you, Amber?
Yeah, I did.
Lucky. I waited maybe
Yeah.
40 minutes.
And the jungle
Oof.
area was definitely the most busiest area, I think, of the park
Yeah, definitely.
for most of the time I was there.
I feel like a lot of the stuff could be like added to, like they're definitely focusing a lot on that area because that's where their newest ride is coming. But like over by the Dominator, it's the first thing in the park. And they've got the Dominator and the Berserker, which is just like, that little Viking ship ride. And that's the only thing over there.
Right.
I feel like they could definitely add more.
There's a little more room over there.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. So we gave King's Dominion a couple things to work on. Move the
Yeah.
queso. Build another people eater over by the Dominator.
Yep.
Sponsor us.
Cool. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Hope everybody enjoyed hearing about King's Dominion. If you happen to be there, if you happen to go there, let us know. Send us an email, podcast@familygeekery.com. Tell us what your favorite rides and what your favorite foods are at King's Dominion. Or any theme park, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love theme parks. Cool. Well, thank you, as always, for listening. Go check out the socials. Check out the website. Check out the YouTube. And until next time, peace
Peace
out.
out.
And
And geek out.
Geek out.
Thank you for listening to the Family Geekery podcast. For more information, visit www.familygeekery.com. Don't forget to subscribe at your favorite podcast provider. And until next time, peace out and geek out.